Hi guys, it's Grace of Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019, and I'm here today for my 1 year, 42 week or 94 week post-op VSG update. To start us off with stats, again, my name is Grace. I'm 5'8", 28 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week, I came at you with a weight of 194.8, and this morning I weighed in at 197.7. So that is a weekly gain of 2.9 pounds, a loss in surgery of 121.3 pounds, and a loss in my highest weight of 156.3 pounds. Now, not surprised at all by that gain for two reasons. The first is I did fly back yesterday from Florida, and as I've mentioned many times, flying in particular is a big trigger for me, and so I tend to overeat and overconsume on calories on flying days, and B, I just tend to retain a ton of water. I was actually 197 point something when I came back from Peru the day after, and the next day I had dropped 4 pounds of water weight. So there's that. I also just got back from a trip to Florida, and while I would not say that I was crazy with my calories in terms of food, I definitely was not restricting in any way, and I drank a lot. And a lot of sugary things. So, you know, that's definitely, that gain is probably some real gain in there. But I was also 194.8. I was inflated when I came at you guys last week because my period weight. So I'd actually, before I left for Florida, I was like 192 something. So I'm up about 5-6 pounds, probably realistically up like 3 pounds, but still, it's definitely a gain, but, was completely expected, and, I'm not over 200, so there's that. But yeah, I just got back from Florida. I was in Florida. I left. I took a red eye. That's the other thing. I haven't slept much in the past several days. 2 of the past like 4 nights, I got no sleep. But yeah, I was there. So I left. I took the red eye Thursday. Got back Monday morning. It was a lot of fun. It was a family wedding, I think I mentioned, and so it was interesting. I saw almost all my family was there, my extended family. And other than my grandparents, I haven't seen any of them since before I lost weight. Some members of the family I haven't seen in 10 plus years, more like 15 years. Some people I've seen in the past, like couple of years, you know, like the year or 2 before I had my surgery. So, it was nice to see them all again. I don't know, the wedding and just the whole weekend kind of, I think, brought up some stuff for me, but I'm not entirely sure what. It's just like kind of since then I felt a little bit weird, like there was some mental stuff happening, and I haven't quite figured out exactly what the root of it was or what the whole thing brought up, because it wasn't like I had a bad time in any way. I don't think it's in a negative way. I think it was just maybe I think I mentioned before that I've been able to tell in the past like year or so, since really losing the weight, that I've been working through some stuff. There's some stuff that needs to be worked through, and I can kind of feel it going on in the background, but it's not always like at my conscious level. And I think that there were some things happening this past weekend that I still have not quite processed what it is, you know? I feel weird. I feel like unsettled a little bit, and not necessarily in a bad way, in a way that feels like maybe I'm making some breakthroughs somehow. And I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure it's something to do with like relationships and being in the wedding. I wasn't in the wedding, but seeing the wedding, and yeah, seeing family. And it's this weird dynamic where I don't know a lot of them very well, and they don't necessarily know me, but and I'm someone who is very taciturn and kind of closed off with people who I'm not comfortable with, but it's kind of different with family, you know? So there's almost like this false openness, not false, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's harder to explain. And I was very drunk as well for most of the weekend. And, yeah, I've also got like just a bit of a socialization hangover. You know, I am someone who I'm an introvert, and I very much gain energy by being alone. And just with Peru and then this trip, I just, I definitely feel drained. I just need to recharge, I think. So yeah, I don't know what all of that blathering was, but basically just, I feel a little bit off, and it's not necessarily like bad, it's just weird. And as soon as I figure out what's going on, I'll let y'all know. But this is sort of a little bit of a catch-up week, and then my plan is starting next Monday. I'm going to be kind of launching in a 12-week, it's like program, I don't know, 12-week thing to lead into my plastics, because they're basically a little over 3 months away, 3 months and a week away. So it is time to really start getting serious. And so my plan is that I'm going to do basically like a modified 75 hard. It's just gonna be kind of customized to myself. So I'm going to plan on getting in 128 ounces or a gallon of water every single day. I tend to drink a lot of water, but I've definitely felt it slipping lately. Probably not for any, like, you know, compared to a lot of you guys, but for me, I do want to prioritize water more, and partially because I find when I'm drinking a lot of water, it helps manage my hunger better, so I need to be better about that. I want to take a selfie every single day. I want to get in 10,000 steps every single day. I plan on having a workout every single day. I'm not going to necessarily put any kind of restrictions around what that might be, but basically a planned workout. It can be a walk, but I also am wanting to do strength training 4 to 5 times a week. So my plan was to do a 5-day-a-week strength training plan, but the plan that I have is 8 weeks long, and I'm doing this for 12 weeks. So I'm debating on if I want to do the five a days and do like the 8 weeks and then just start over for the final 4 weeks, or if I want to do 4 weeks of a 4-day plan that I have and kind of like ease into the 5-day-a-week. So do like the first 4 weeks of a 4-day plan and then do 8 weeks of 5 days. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Plus that'll kind of just ease me into, because my plan is to do those Monday through Friday. And so right now I do 2 days on the weekday, so that'll kind of ease me into it, I think. So I think that's my plan right now. And then I want to plan on doing yoga on one of the other days, and maybe just doing walking on the 7th day, but I definitely want to do some kind of planned workout every single day. And because I want to get 10,000 steps a day, I might really be doing kind of 2 workouts, sort of strength training and walking every day. But I'm not going to do any restrictions about it having to be outside, because we are going into the winter, though I do love me a good outdoor walk. For alcohol, I am going to plan on limiting it to 2 drinks a month or 1 drink every other week. I do not drink very often. I do not really plan on drinking much, and with plastics coming up, one of the things you do want to do is limit your alcohol intake going into the surgery, but there are probably going to be a few events, you know, through the holidays that I might want to have a drink or 2 at, so I don't want to completely eliminate that. I do find that if I'm going out to dinner with a friend, having a drink with dinner does enhance my experience, and so I don't want to miss out on that. And then for nutrition, right now my plan is I'm going to up my calories and up my protein. So I'm upping my calories, I think, to 1,500 calories. And realistically, I've been eating close to that very often. So I think that it'll be fine in terms of weight, especially because I'm going to be making that 1,500 calories a little bit better than it has been the past few months. So I'm going to get at least 150 grams of protein. And I'm going to be focusing mostly on whole foods. And when I mean a whole food, I mean like a food that I kind of like prepared myself, or that like has whole-ish ingredients. I'm not going to be so particular about like preservatives or additives, or like if I make like baked oatmeal with protein powder, or if I have sugar-free syrups or milk, you know, like that to me is still kind of in the whole food range. Really, I'm just wanting to stay away from packaged foods because for me, they tend to be more of a slider food. The exception to that will be any kind of protein-focused packaged foods. In particular, I'm thinking protein bars and protein shakes, because I am trying to get 150 grams of protein, and that is not going to necessarily be easy with my capacity. I do want to allow those, and it's also nice because I want to get 150 grams of protein, I can't really afford to have meals that don't have protein in them, and so things like fruit, which is a great sweet treat on a whole foods thing, doesn't really give me a lot of protein. So having the option to have like a protein bar or a shake is, I think, beneficial. So that's my plan right now. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for the next 12 weeks. I've definitely let myself kind of slip and slide around. I've not been as diligent as I've wanted to be, and I think part of that has just been knowing that I had all of this nebulousness up in the air, or the travel, just throwing my schedule out of whack, and it was absolutely just an excuse that I let myself use of kind of letting myself off the hook for maintaining some of my best habits while doing this. And I am happy that I have not gone completely like off the rails by any means, and I've still been really diligent about things like working out. Like my working out has been pretty on point. My eating, while not great, could certainly be worse. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I just want to be, I'm looking forward to having a routine again and to being more disciplined, because I think that I can tell I'm sort of craving that. My body is craving that. My mind is craving that. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm starting next week. So when I come back at you, hopefully I will have lost a little bit of this, hopefully mostly water weight. And I will be kind of really starting off the plastics plan. I'm also planning to get my labs done in the next like probably 2 weeks. I'm probably like 2 or 3 weeks. Early November is what my plan is. I need labs both for my 2-year surgery, and so they get a full panel, and it is perfectly timed because they want a full blood panel for my plastics. And so then I can make a determination at that point if I need to add any more additional vitamins, if I need to update my vitamin routine in any way to compensate. I want to make sure my iron and my hemoglobin in particular are looking stellar. So I'll let you know if I'm making any changes to my vitamin routine in the next few weeks as well. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. Kind of a weird video. I'm kind of in a weird place, and it's this is why I need therapy. And that is on the list as well, to find a therapist, because yeah, there's some stuff happening, but you know, nothing bad, just sort of thoughtful, I guess. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here with me as always. If you want to chat with me more, I am on Instagram, so you can join me there. And in the meantime, I will talk to you all very soon.